Prime Minister Narendra Modi will land in Samarkand on Thursday ahead of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization summit the next day and is also expected to hold bilateral meetings with Russian President Vladimir Putin, Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi and the host Uzbekistan President Shavkat Mirziyoyev. Reportedly, Indian and Turkish officials were in touch over the possibility of meeting with Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Officials have indicated that a structured meeting between Mr. Modi and Chinese President Xi Jinping or Pakistan's President Shahbaz Sharif was unlikely at present. According to the officials, it is unclear whether Mr. Modi would attend a dinner meet for leaders gathered for the SCO meet, who include Mr. Xi Jinping and Mr. Sharif, while government sources declined to comment on whether the possibility of Mr. Modi missing the event indicated any messaging. The event was expected to be the first time he would have come face to face with the two leaders, neither of whom he has had any direct contact within the past few years. The officials said Mr. Modi had a number of engagements in Delhi and would only leave for Samarkand in the late afternoon. On Friday, Mr. Modi will attend the SCO main summit of 8 members, who are also expected to induct Iran as the 9th member of the grouping. A second meeting of all the invitee leaders, including the leaders of Turkey, Belarus, Armenia, Azerbaijan and Mongolia, will take place subsequently, after which all the leaders will hold bilateral meetings on the sidelines. According to the sources, Mr. Modi is expected to include India's pitch for Chabahar as a connectivity hub during his speech, as well as include veiled references on the need to respect territorial sovereignty and keep commitments on cross-border terrorism, meant for China and Pakistan respectively. India will take over as the chair of the SCO next year and is likely to also promote a constructive agenda for the grouping. The officials said that India has a huge potential, is a growing Asian country, which plays a crucial role in the region on international policy and the economy. They also said that the SCO would reflect the common position of all SCO members on economic restrictions practiced in world politics, a reference to recent sanctions against Russia and Belarus, as well as previous sanctions on Iran. The Samarkand Declaration, to be released on Friday evening, would also push for an inclusive government in Afghanistan that would support the rights for women and girls. They further said that while individual SCO members may have direct dealings with the Taliban regime in Kabul, the SCO as a multilateral organization did not recognize it, and thus Afghanistan, which has observer status, was not invited to this year's SCO summit.